Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. We are live. I am Burns. I'm your certified detox specialist. And today I have something really, really fun planned for us. So I'm just going to wait for everybody to get to class, get in the room, settle in, and say your hellos. Say welcome. Let us know if you are watching. I'm just going to go share this out to our favorite groups again. Where you at? Where you at? I'm in Glenda. I'm right here. I'm so excited for this class. I thank you guys so much for waiting for this. It's a later start than usual, but there's a good reason behind that. There's a really good reason behind that. And the reason is that I have been preparing and tweaking and revising our classroom notes for detox, everything that you want to know about detox, what to expect when you're detoxing, and how to have a successful detox, because these are such important points and important topics that I want to make sure that we are all on top of it. So if you've ever wondered why you even need to detox, do you need to detox? What is a detox? What to expect when you're detoxing? How to have a successful detox? What is the outcome at the end of your detox? We're going to be covering all of that in today's class. So settle in, get comfortable, get yourself some juice. Get yourself some juice. Lena's in the house. Woo, woo. Party's up. Party's starting. Get yourself some juice. Get your favorite cozy, comfy clothes on. Get snuggled up or not. If you're at the beach, wherever you are, you're riding your bike. Get comfortable, because we're going to be getting into it, and we're going to be having a lot of juicy fun today. I'm telling you, I am so excited. I'm so excited for today's class. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to try to hide it. Hello, Lana. So much love to you, my darling. You are a champion, a warrior, a goddess. So many of you here. Hi, Ashlyn. Ashlyn says, hi, glad to be here. I'm so happy that you're here. How are your kidlets doing? I'm going to be sharing this out to a few juicy groups. Here they are on Facebook. Juicing and raw food support, juicing for health, solid food vacation / juice feasting. And then I've got some, I've got the eating to live, not living to eat. I may as well share it over there as well. Hello, hello, hello. And we're going to go with some Dr. Morse groups as well. Fans of Dr. Robert Morse, ND, and Sharing the Detox Diet by Dr. Robert Morse, ND. And we are here. We are live. We are doing this. Let me get my my YouTube app up as well. I'm going to do some admin stuff here while we check in. Alana's in the house at Aldi's picking up stuff for wraps. Yay! Oh my God, I'm so excited. The wraps are the real deal, you guys. The wraps. Oh my God. To be able to create something in the kitchen that is completely raw, that is like a bread, so that you can have your wraps and not feel deprived. That is where it's at, my friends. And that's what we've been working on this week in the Real Juicy Detox kitchen. So if you haven't seen any of those and you want to catch up on that, then I invite you to go and check that out in the playlist that I've got linked to this video in the description. Let me just see here. Just gonna do a little admin so that we keep the convo nice and the room nice and squeaky clean. Squeaky clean is how I like it. All right. Squeaky clean. I love people interacting in the group, and I love to see how much we are all learning together here at the Real Juicy Detox. And I also want to keep this a safe environment for all of us, Yesterday, we had some kind of funky energy showing up. I had felt it was a little funky a few times, and I let it slide. I gave it the benefit of the doubt, only to really see that this person's behavior, once they joined our private group, was really kind of scammy, kind of slimy. So we want to make sure that everybody who is taking part in this kind of stuff with us is doing so and feeling safe and protected, okay? Because we don't need any of that funky energy up in here. You know what I'm saying? We're here to heal. We're here to get together. We're here to be a community. And we are not here to deal with people trying to scam us for stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I've got a couple people that agreed to be moderators when they are. That doesn't mean that you have to be in here the whole time. Just means that when you are in here, if you see anything funky that I'm not catching in the group, then just let me know. Okay? Or not just let me know, just deal with it. Like block them, removes the message right away. So that we are all living our best life in the real juicy detox. Yes, indeed. Let me know if you guys are here. Drop in, say hello. I'm going to start the actual lesson very soon, where we're going to be talking about what to expect when you're detoxing. When you're detoxing, sometimes people don't even really know why they're detoxing. I mean, they know intuitively, I really need to detox. I really should be cleaning stuff up, right? But you don't really understand the real why we really all need to detox. So we're going to be going through that today. We're going to be going through as well, what are the detox symptoms that you can expect to see. And you won't expect to see all of them, but you will expect to see some of them for sure, and ones that are not even listed on the list. But what I want you guys to understand is overall, these detox symptoms, if you are doing 80% raw, and something is showing up for you, absolutely, it's a detox symptom. If you're kind of winging it, kind of half-assing it, kind of 50% raw, kind of 50% eating acid food, and you're getting some of these symptoms show up, it's from acidosis. That's your acidosis kicking in. So I'm so excited for today's class. I can't wait to get started. Kids are doing well. I threw a raw pizza crust in the dehydrator this morning. You go, mama. That's amazing. I find when I eat a savory meal, even though it's raw, I crave juice afterwards. Very interesting. Maybe try having your juice before you eat, right? So that number one, your fruits kind of get a chance to digest in your stomach, start the digestive process in your stomach, and then have your savory food. Okay. I came in, I was running around, had a hot shower right before class, as I always do, to get all the energies all beautifully flowing for all of you. Came into Glenda, set her up, was boiling, had everything turned off. Where is my switch for my heating blanket? So we'll just get that situated. It's really nice outside, actually. It's a beautiful day today in southwestern Ontario. There's still some snow on the ground from our snowstorm or snow event yesterday. Hi there, Jel. So glad that you are here. Oh my gosh, so glad that you are here. Hi, Kara Jo. Kara Jo is in class. Hi, Bern, says Michelle. Thank you for sharing all this knowledge with us. It is my absolute pleasure. Listen, I didn't go to get all this information to keep it to myself, all right? And all of this information is yours to be had as well. I'm so happy to be able to present it to you today in such a beautiful way. This is all thanks to Dr. Robert Morse, ND, and we are excited to have everybody in class here today to get started so that we can live our best, healthiest, detoxy selves. All right, we're going to do it. We're doing this together. We're doing it together. So what to expect when you're detoxing, everything you need to know, but we're afraid to ask. The Joy of Detoxing. Hey, that's the name of my book. That's got to be the name of the book. The Joy of Detoxing. The Joy of Detoxing. I'm gonna need to change these titles. The Joy of Detoxing. What to expect when you're detoxing. Yes. Am I right, guys? Because this is a joy. You can make this into a joyful experience. You really can. Right? I'm just editing my titles here. The joy of detoxing. What to expect when you're detoxing. Oh, YouTube doesn't like titles that are as long. Everything you need to know to heal the body. What do you guys think of that name for a book? The Joy of Detoxing. Does that ring a bell for anybody? An error occurred on YouTube. This is, all right. The joy of detoxing. Everything you need to know to detox your body and to have a full return to your health and vitality. Your skin looks so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Do you like that? The joy of detoxing? Oh my God, you guys want to hear a story before I get started? Story time. Story time. When I was 12 years old, I found a book in my parents' closet. You know, when you're a little kid, you're going looking through your parents' stuff because it's like, and I found a book called The Joy of Sex, and it kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh, but I was intrigued. I was intrigued. The illustrations in it, oh my God. And it was like pretty explicit. I'm going to tell you. Hi, Ronnie. How are you? I'm so glad that you are here, my darling. Did I hear you say it's hot today? LOL. No, I said I was hot. I was feeling hot because I was running around after my hot shower, getting everything ready. I love that. The joy of detoxing. Pretty accurate. There's hard times, but also wonderful times when you can see yourself healing. Definite joy. All right. That's the name of the book. The Joy of Detoxing. I don't know if I'm really going to write a book, but if I ever did write a book on detoxing, this is what it would be called. But, yeah. All right. So we're going to get started with the class today. I'm going to get started with the class. I'm so glad that you guys are all here. I'm going to be popping back in to check on the comments as we go. But today we are talking about the joy of detoxing, what to expect when you're detoxing, everything you need to know to heal your body, everything you need to know to heal your body. So let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. So I want to talk about first, why detox, right? It's really good to understand why we're doing what we're doing, obviously, right? We want to understand a few things. Your body is like an engine that requires a fuel source, but and feel free to screenshot these images, you guys. Feel free to screenshot them. Just try not to catch my face doing although that has nothing to do with you. But those are always funny. So let's start at the 13 minute mark. Yes, indeed. Your body is like an engine that requires a fuel source, but it needs to be cleaned and rebuilt as time goes on, just like your car would, right? You don't just fill up your car. Actually, I need to take my car in. Oh my God, my car needs some work. But we don't let our cars go without being cleaned out and at times rebuilt. Sometimes it needs new parts. Sometimes you need to change the gasket. Sometimes you need to change the shocks or the brakes. Since we have chosen to fill our bodies, though, with bad fuels, foods that leave a lot of residues in the tissues, we must clean the body. We must clean out the body in order to, or suffer the consequences. Really, really important. Disease are simply signs and symptoms that reflect the body's need to clean and rebuild itself. So that's really important to remember. I mean, I know I'll slow down a little bit. We have a lot of slides to do, but I'll still slow down a little bit. So when we look at diseases, when we have something show up in our body, right? When we have something show up in our body, UTI, a lump on our breast, some paralysis that we're having because something is going on inside of the body, cancer, colitis, any kind of inflammation, appendicitis. I had my appendix removed at, I think it was 8 years old, and I nearly died. Spent 2 weeks in the hospital. I was so toxic. What we need to understand is all of those things that show up in our body that the doctors like to label a disease, they're just signs and symptoms of what we've been doing to our body to clog it up, and signs that our body needs cleaning out. That's all that they are. So I don't want us to get into this fear mode. Oh my God, I went to the doctor, my blood work came back and it said blah, blah, blah. I'm so scared. Please don't do that anymore. All right. You're here now, and you now have the information, the truth behind disease. It's really dis-ease, dis-ease. Now we know that all these things that are showing up, it could be Lyme's disease, it could be something of some very rare form of something, like how the cancer that I created in my body, gastrointestinal stromal tumor, that was just simply my body telling me, yo, biatch, you got to clean up the house here. We're getting really dirty and really congested. So that's what I want us to remember as we're going through all of this. So why should we detox the body? Fresh, uncooked foods, especially fruits, are self-cleaning. They not only feed the body, they keep it clean internally as well. So all of this beautiful fruit juice that you guys see us drinking, right? And that you are drinking, and that you see other people who are doing this work that we are all drinking, right? This is like a self-cleaning power hose for every time we put it up to our mouths. Not only are we getting nutrition from it, all our vitamins, all our minerals, everything that the body needs in order to be healthy, but it's also a great way to keep us clean on the inside, as well as nourish the cells. Unlike other fake food, air quotes food, right, that destroy our body, that clog it up, that keep us congested, this keeps us clean while it nourishes us. It's amazing. Oh, that's so good. I'm drinking clementine and pineapple juice today. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Fruit, melons, and berries, baby. And in nature, detoxification is a continual process. It always happens. It's constant. It's always happening. If you eat something that that does not agree with you, you're going to have an episode where your body is going to detox you, right? It's going to make you vomit. It's going to give you diarrhea. It's going to have some effect within your body. I'm just pulling up the Facebook feed so I make sure that I'm constantly streaming and not losing signal. There we go. Okay. All right. So this detoxification process is something that happens constantly through nature. And the process of cleaning your body of toxins, mucus, and acidosis can create symptoms. Detox symptoms can create symptoms that are seen, that doctors want to tell you, oh, that's a disease, right? But these are symptoms. These are signs that your body is cleaning. You're deep in your process of cleaning. If you're eating 80% raw, minimum 80% raw, and you're experiencing these symptoms that doctors want to tell you, oh, that's a disease. No, it's not. That's your body cleaning itself. And doctors are going to want to tell you that that's a disease, right? That's what we have been, that's how we've been taught to fear the detox process. When we see our bodies getting cold and flu-like symptoms, and we want to run to the doctor and get antibiotics and make this go away, we don't realize that that's the body trying to expectorate or clean out these toxins and poisons that are congesting our cells, not from some virus out there that we're going to get attacked by or that we're going to catch, right? It's from the stuff that we've been putting in our mouths for, in my case, 55 years. The evidence has been showing itself in my body for 55 years, 8 years old, emergency appendectomy, almost died, 2 weeks in the hospital, and weeks after that to heal, to close up that wound that just would not close up. Like, we're doing it to ourselves. We're doing it to ourselves. We're doing it to ourselves. And as we clean this out, we're going to have symptoms that the doctors are going to want to try to medicate out of you, that you're going to want to try to medicate out of you because you're afraid of the natural process. Is this resonating with you guys? Let me know in the comments if this is resonating. Let me pop in and check out what is happening here. Ronnie says, the joy of detoxing sounds fab. It should always be about enjoying the fact that our body and mind will be healing. That should be reason enough to want to detox. Absolutely. Absolutely, babe. Rockstar Ruiz in the house. Hello, 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 Rockstar Ruiz. How are you doing? Rockstar Ruiz is getting out. You're getting out some crazy ass stuff out of you now, aren't you? How many days are you now, honey? Are you 28, 29? Days go by so quickly here. Is it Friday? Is it Monday? What day is it? I don't know. Hey, 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 Jennifer is also in the house. Fabulous. Hello, fabulous and delicious friends. Amy is in the house. Amy is in the house. I see you. I see you guys. Louise is here. Love, 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 love to you all. Yes, girl, we are here. We are enjoying this experience of learning all about this detox stuff. Do you guys like my notes? Do you guys like my new notes? I like the new notes. I like the new notes. I like the new notes. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. The humans are the only species on this planet that choose to eat cooked foods that are not harmonious with its species. Crazy, right? It's that thinking mind. It's a thinking mind. It's the thinking mind, right? If you put any other animal out in nature where its natural food supply can be found in and amongst other stuff that's not its food supply, guess what? They're not going to eat what's not specific to its species for digestion. We, on the other hand, it's like, give me that, give me that, give me that. Let's make some food. Let's make some pretend stuff and call that food. Let's put that inside of us. We crazy when it comes to our food, man. And humans choose to alter. We choose to alter the chemistry of our food, right? So much processed food, so much cooking and like overcooking of food. Many of these foods then become irritating, mucus forming, and inflammatory to the body. When you start changing the chemistry of your food and you start bonding that chemistry, the body has to go through a lot of extra work to take apart to unbind that simple protein, the simple amino acids, the building blocks of our body, right? You eat a complex piece of meat that you have to cook in order to make it palatable. This includes even raw sushi, you guys. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. Oh, but I like raw sushi. Do you know how much that is not good for you? It's the same thing. You're eating formed structure of protein, but when you cook that structured protein, you bond that chemistry even further, and it takes a long digestive process for the body to be able to unbind that, to be able to make that bioavailable. Instead, if we just stuck to the plant matter, mainly the fruits, but also vegetables for our protein, for our amino acids, we would not have to experience a lot of the suffering that we are experiencing, because when we cook all of our food, we make it irritating, forms mucus, inflammation, kills our kidneys, and starts the destruction of our health and vitality. 26 days of juice for Rockstar Ruiz. That is amazing. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, definitely smash that like button. Do me a solid. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Jennifer says, great notes, babe. Ronnie says, great new notes. I'm sure there was an awful lot of work involved. They're very useful because we can take pictures of them and read them again whenever necessary. Yes. And sometimes I have always found that whenever I see notes done up like this, remember, I always forget which way I have to point. Notes done up like this, I find that I can read along and I can look at the words and it goes in more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited that you guys are loving them. Yes, they did take, it did. This is what I did from 9 a.m. to 1:30, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4.5 hours. But a lot of this was also done up before, which took about 3 hours previously. So I'm glad that you guys are getting value. So happy that you're getting value. So why should we detox the body? This is the joy of detox, right? The joy of detoxing, what to expect when you're detoxing. And the first thing we want to do is we want to understand why we're doing what we're doing, right? When you understand why you're doing it, then it becomes easy. It's no longer a, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm cheating all the time. Oh, I don't know. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? You know what I'm saying? Now we know. And now we come to this joy of detoxing with confidence. All of these toxic and mucus forming substances will change the way the body eliminates, and it will slow down your elimination. My God, when I was a little girl, I was so constipated. Even as an adult, sometimes, like constipated. Now, with this detox, I mean, I don't want to get too personal, but like 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a day, I'm having really, really good eliminative bowel movements. It's amazing. And when I'm juicing, the stuff that's coming out that I can see coming out in those bowel movements, oh my God, parasites, worms, all kinds of stones, all kinds of mucoid plaque. I'm telling you, all of these toxic mucus forming food substances will change the way the body eliminates. And we want to turn that around. We want to turn that around. Our eliminative system needs to be working in top form. And this is something that a lot of medical professionals just have no idea about, none whatsoever. All right. In most cases, the toxic byproducts of these foods are stored or plaqued in the tissues, especially around the gut, the small intestines, but around all of the tissues in the body. We have fatty liver disease in people that have never drank alcohol. This is plaquing within the body. We have my lipoma. I shared about this on Facebook, and now that YouTube I have the ability to share posts within the community on Facebook. I'm also going to start dropping these kind of posts. But if you've seen my posts on Facebook lately, you will see that I posted about my lipoma, right? The lump on my back. Same thing. That is plaquing because my body can't eliminate the toxins. So it's got to go somewhere, right? All the cellulite on my butt, all of that, that's all plaquing. So plaquing doesn't just happen in your arteries or around your heart. We know about that, right? It happens all systemically all throughout the body, and it's caused by all of these toxic and mucus forming things we call foods or not food. When we do that, it prevents the cell from being able to breathe properly, right? You think about it. If you're plaqued up with stuff, your cells can't breathe. They can't take in the right amount of oxygen. They cannot be healthy. This causes cells to become hypoactive, slowly losing its ability to function. That's what we see in the kidneys, in the adrenal glands. When you have all of this toxic stuff stored up in the tissues, they stop being able to function and produce what they're supposed to be producing. I am sitting here in the middle of a tangle web of cords. Excuse me. Let's just see here. Okay, awesome. Okay, so again, why should we detox the body, guys? Many disease symptoms are nothing more than the body's effort to eliminate these stored toxins and mucus, some of which we began storing in utero. We began storing some of this toxic stuff from when we were in our mother's womb, right? Most pregnant women, I know my mother fell into this category. I know I fell into this category when I was pregnant. Anybody else can relate to this? Most pregnant women consume milk, meat, and other toxic foods, thinking they are building bones and muscle tissue in the fetus. Now, when I had my first daughter, Danica, I was a vegetarian, but I was a very unhealthy vegetarian, okay? I ate milk, I ate cheese, I ate pasta, I ate bread, I ate all the acid-forming foods, all the toxic foods. Crazy. Thinking, of course, oh, I got to have more protein. I got to have more milk. I'm building a whole other person. I got to have, and of course, common sense went right out the window. The way I thought and lived was, I'm pregnant. I could eat whatever I want, right? And I ate a shit ton of whatever I wanted, and I suffered because of it. And I'm sure my baby suffered because of it. You know, I had toxemia in pregnancy. It says it right in the name, toxic stuff, right? But this just adds to your toxicity as a pregnant mama and toxicity and tissue weakness within the baby itself. Like, sorry, kids, I messed you up that way. All right, let's keep going. Your body is always trying to clean itself. It's always trying to clean itself. You can see this. Like I said, if you have something to eat and it's not up to par, it's not good, right? It's got some funkiness to it. What's going to happen? You're going to throw it up. You're going to have diarrhea. You're going to feel like crap. That's your body detoxing. It's going to happen naturally, right? And this is also done through sweating. That's caused by fevers, by vomiting, diarrhea, frequent urination, colds, flus, and by simple daily elimination. So what comes out of your butt? What comes out of your colon? The more toxic you are, of course, the stronger the purging will be. So if you're really toxic and you start on this process, by the way, of detoxing, and then you cheat and you go have something that you really shouldn't be having, you're going to feel it, right? One of my clients right now, she went and she had tacos. Hi, Mel. I hope you're feeling better, babe. She went and had tacos this weekend, and she has been throwing up for like 2 days and feeling like death warmed over. Now, why is this happening? What's going on? And I said to her, well, what have you been having? Like, what have you been eating? Have you had anything, different to eat? What have you been juicing? Well, I had tacos at my friend's this weekend. And I was like, that's detox, babe. Once you start this process of detox, your body is in detox mode and it's going to detox you. I had the same experience. Remember I told you guys those yam noodles, right? And I felt like I had been run over by a truck, vomiting, diarrhea at the same time, nauseous, felt like hell. And you know what I did? I said, oh, you want to detox me? Okay, buddy, I see you. Let's go. I will dry fast you. Let's go. I did a 36-hour dry fast. Felt great afterwards. I knew it would pass because it was my own body working with and for me in order to clean me out. So again, why should we detox the body? We're talking about the joy of detoxing and what to expect when you are detoxing. So if you just popped in, if you just found this, welcome. I'm Burns. I'm your certified detox specialist, certified with Dr. Robert Morse, ND, at the International School of Detoxification. And we are going through some really cool notes so that we can all really, really understand what we're doing with this whole detox thing and understand how and why we should do it, and how and why this is and can be a joyful experience, which is really cool. So welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube, we have 33 people watching in total. If you guys don't mind, if you're getting some value from this, let me know. Let the YouTube algorithm know. Hit the like button. That way this work can get out to more people. Thank you so much for doing that. I just saw that go up. Thank you so much. All right. Cold and flus, bronchitis, and pneumonia. Sorry, there's a little typo there. Colds, flus, bronchitis, and pneumonia are not diseases, but are merely inflammatory congestive conditions trying to be eliminated by the body. Your symptoms can become worse and penetrate deeper because you did not allow the lungs and the bronchi to clean themselves out properly the first time. Instead, let me know if this sounds familiar. Instead, you probably took antibiotics and mega doses of vitamin C, right? Yeah. You're suppressing the symptoms. When we suppress our symptoms, we create a bigger problem down the road, because the body, when you suppress a symptom, you don't understand that symptom is your body trying to get these toxins out of you, to get the mucus buildup, to get the inflammation out of you. You suppress that, right? You go to the doctor, I like to get this antibiotic, okay, and pain medication, suppress. And what happens to the cause? You've not dealt with the cause, right? The cause is acidosis and toxicity. The idea is not to suppress those symptoms within the body. What we want to do is encourage them to get it out, sweat it out. So you have a fever, sweat it out. You don't take Advil and Tylenol to try to get your fever to come down, right? Like most of us have done, like I've done all the time. what we want to do, there's ways to help the body with fevers. You can get a cold compress, have a cool shower, have a cool bath. Cold compresses on the back of the neck, on the forehead, right? Monitoring these things carefully is going to be much better than medicating them to suppress them. But I get it. I used to do that all the time. I'm sick, doctor. Give me something like right now. I want this to go away immediately because I'm afraid of detox, and I was afraid of the discomfort of detox, and I didn't understand that this was my body trying to detox. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, body. Please forgive me for all the shit I've done to you, because I've done a lot of shit to my body, right? In the name of, and thinking that this was the right thing to do in order to get my body to get better, not realizing that this was my body's attempt to get better, all on her own intelligent knowing of how to get stuff out of the body. Throughout our lives, nobody told us. It's like, what? Well, the doctors tell us, oh, your diet doesn't matter. Diet doesn't matter when it comes to your disease. But yet we don't know what causes your disease, but we know that it's not diet. It's like, okay, brainiac. All right. Right. So throughout your life, no one told you that many of the foods that you were eating caused the congestion in the first place, right? All the crap, the Happy Meals, the burgers, the fries, the juicy meat, the hot dogs, right? The eggs, the bread, the candy, the cake, the milk. Oh my God, the ice cream. The ice cream, though. Let's go for a treat, you guys. Let's go for some ice cream, right? Nobody told us. So we continue to eat that stuff, right? And over time, and the older you are, the more built up stuff you have in the body just by sheer virtue of time. Right? We continue eating those foods that created the accumulation of the mucus and the toxicity, the inflammation, the extra cholesterol. We continue to eat them because we didn't know. After a while, the body again reached the point where it needed to clean these congestions, which cause you to experience an even deeper level of cleaning. And that's why we say that if you've ever had bronchitis or pneumonia, or any chest-related condition, if you've had any condition at all that you have in the past suppressed with antibiotics and steroids and hormones and all the stuff that we put in our body, all the chemical warfare that we've put our bodies under with the pharmaceutical stuff, if you've done any of that and you've suppressed those symptoms, guaranteed you're going to feel a resurgence of those symptoms as your body starts the healing process. And we're going to see later on in this very lesson today, right now with us, as we talk about the joy of detoxing and what to expect when you're detoxing, you're going to see some of these listed as signs of detox, of cleansing the body. And the reason why I'm doing this whole class like this is to really emphasize it for you guys, that if you are experiencing any of these things that we are talking about now and that we're going to be talking about, rest assured that if you've been doing 80% raw food, preferably fruits, because that's where the detox happens, and you are experiencing a resurgence in your condition, know for certain that it is a detox symptom, a sign that you are cleaning house, as it were. But if you are eating all the acid forming food and you're cheating and you're eating all of this and all of that, and just a little bit of the cheat food, just every now and then it's a sign of your acidosis and your condition is coming back. Stop it, right? I love you guys so much. I'm so glad that you're getting value from this. I love it. So again, why should we detox the body? If you always stop your body from eliminating the congestion, so if you always, and toxins, if you always suppressing it, you sweat too much, let's go get Botox, right? One of my friends, crazy, Deb, I know you're not watching this because you think I fearmonger. You think I'm a fearmonger. That's okay. I still love you, even though you're 100% wrong. But my friend Deb, with all the mask wearing and all the suppression of her symptoms left, right, and center, and all of the toxicity that she puts in her body, and in the name of comfort food. And I'm just going to eat it because I need my comfort food. And then starting to get hydrosis, hyperhidrosis in and around the head, in the face. And you want to go and get Botox, which is a neurotoxin, pumped into your face to stop the sweating. You're dealing with the symptom, you're not dealing with the cause. And when you suppress that symptom, that condition where your body is trying to eliminate these toxins, you're setting yourself up. So if you always stop your body from eliminating the congestion and toxins that you put into it, eventually you can create lymph node swelling and then tumors from holding all these toxins and mucus too long. It's exactly what has happened to all of us, right? What happens when we get sick, right? I had a friend as well the other day, about a month ago, Lorenzo. Hi, Lorenzo. Lorenzo called me, messaged me and said, I think you would be the one to ask. Like, I know that of all the people I know, I'm going to ask you, Burns, how can I get my lymph nodes to, I got tonsillitis and it's all coming back and all the time and everything is swollen. That's because you've been suppressing all the stuff. That's because you've been eating all the food that our mamas thought was good food for us, but it's not, right? And we're suppressing and not getting rid of the congestion. We're not eliminating the cause of what put the congestion there in the first place. And then we're going to go to the doctor and have it medicated, suppressed. That's what's going on. Your whole body comes into play during these cleansing cycles, or what we call a healing crisis. These cleansing cycles, where we have a cluster of these detox symptoms showing up as we're cleansing our body. It's not always like that, by the way. Let me just let you know. It does not always feel like death warmed over. Okay. I'm just letting you know. But every now and then we're going to get these cluster of things. Like the other day, yesterday. Yeah. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember now, but I got my period back again. I'm like, what? I'm 55 years old. I've been fully menopausal for 10 years. I had some spotting a few years ago, actually, which was pretty frustrating. But, cleansing, that's a detox symptom. That's a detox symptom because the uterus needs to clean itself out as well. And I have fibroids, so my body is cleansing. So instead of me trying to suppress that with hormone therapy, I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. In fact, 2 weeks into my healing journey with juice, second week of June, I started June 1st. 2 weeks in, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to take these hormones anymore. Let me see what happens. Do I still get the occasional hot flash or warm flash? Yeah, I do. But my body is learning how to balance itself out. So we are going to get these cluster of detox symptoms seemingly happening all at once, right? Like my friend that I told you about, my client, Mel, hi, Mel. I hope, if you're watching, I so hope you're feeling better, babe. But you're going to have vomiting, diarrhea, feeling like death warmed over, all happening at the same time because you're having a healing crisis. We like to call it a healing opportunity, but it never feels like that, honestly. When you're going through it, it feels like a fucking crisis because your body's in healing mode. That's the only reason why. Hey guys, I see so many of you watching. Do me a solid. If you're watching this and you're getting value, you're being slightly entertained, you're here, you're watching. If you don't mind, smash that like button for me, you guys. It would really, really help beat the YouTube algorithm, get this powerful, valuable information out into the world, onto the platform. So do me a solid. If you don't mind, help a sister out. Trying to grow my little YouTube channel to help as many people in the world heal themselves naturally. So help a sister. Give me some love. Give me some love by hitting the like button. Thank you. I love you. And thank you so much. I saw you. If you're watching this live right now, hit the like button. Let's go. Don't be shy. You can do it. All right, so this healing crisis might include fevers, sweat, coughing, mucus discharge, diarrhea. Like, it's not pleasant, it's not fun, but it is necessary and it's a natural part of what we're doing. So again, why should you detox the body? We're talking about why you should detox the body. We're talking about the joy of detoxing. and everything, what to expect when you're detoxing. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching along. Thank you for those likes. I see you. I see you. I see those going up. Yes, indeed. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so let's get back to it. During a healing crisis, the function of your immune system is enhanced, as well as your eliminative organs, such as the skin. So somebody, was it you, Jel? Somebody earlier was commenting on my skin. I've had my healing crisis, right? I've had several healing crises. During a healing crisis, the function of your immune system, what's the immune system? The lymphatic system, the function of your sewer system. Yes, your sewer system is your lymphatic system, is your immune system. And that system is going to be enhanced. Isn't that what we're all out here trying to do right now these days, especially with all this stuff that's going around? Right? We're trying to build up our immune system. We're trying to get ourselves healthy. What does that even mean? Most of us don't know. We have no clue. Immune system, my ability to not get sick. Yeah, but what is that system specifically within your body? Most people don't know, right? They think that, oh, I'm going to take vitamin D because that's going to boost my immune system. I'm going to take vitamin C because that's going to boost my immune system. Meanwhile, they're going about it, getting it from a non-bioavailable form in a pill. That's not where you get your vitamin C from. That's not where you boost your immune system from. If you actually have your vitamin C in its natural format, right, surrounded by all of the enzymes, which are catalysts to make everything bioavailable in the first place, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Are you guys having fun? Are you having as much fun as I'm having? Are you? Let me know in the comments. Oh, I do know the straw goes in the other way. Absolutely. I'm too lazy. I take the cap out. I take the jar out of the fridge. I open up the cap and I put my thing in because I'm too lazy to unscrew the lid. I absolutely know it's in backwards. Are you guys having a good time? Let me know in the comments if you're having a good time today. We're hanging out. We're in Glenda, my vintage camper. Yes, we are. My beautiful vintage camper. This is a 22-foot long 1979 Glendale Golden Falcon that we completely renovated. We're sitting here. We're in class. We're having a blast. We're talking about how lazy I am with my straws. And we're talking about the joy of detoxing. What to expect when you're detoxing. What to expect when you're detoxing. Expect all the good stuff. During a healing crisis, the function of your immune system is enhanced, as well as your eliminative organs, such as the skin. This is why it is important to never treat the symptom, but to detoxify and regenerate the entire body. In the detoxification process, your body cleans itself out. Super cool, right? Your body's doing it. You're not doing anything, actually. It's not you that's detoxifying yourself. You're just putting in and you're eliminating the acid forming food and you're putting in the alkaline forming food in order for your body to heal itself. You're not healing your body. Your body is healing itself. You're just providing the best environment for your body to be able to do that, to facilitate that process. Many people, including healthcare practitioners, do not understand this process as they should. A lot of them don't. The amount of times I hear about naturopaths who are telling people to not eat fruit and to eat meat, it's absolutely mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. It's like, what? Crazy. Crazy. True naturopathy includes a science of detoxification and cellular regeneration. But because of the status quo treatment mentality, many people use natural products such as vitamins, minerals, and herbs or herbs, as I say, to treat their symptoms. That's what they're doing. Oh, you have you're anemic. Take this iron supplement. Take this iron whatever. That's not a deficiency like a anemia, like Lana, what you're experiencing is not caused by a lack of iron. It's caused by an inability of the body to absorb iron. Huge difference. And the body can't absorb nutrients in itself, but especially iron, because we're all plaqued up in our small intestines. We're all covered over with all the toxins and all the mucus and all the inflammation right in the main part of where we absorb nutrients. You get that plaque cleared out, you get the body detoxified and cleaned out, and you're going to be able to absorb the iron. It's not a deficiency issue. It's an absorption issue, 100%. So you can get as many infusions as you want, but if it doesn't fix the problem, you will know, because you constantly have to keep going back for more and more and more and more. You're not fixing the problem, right? If anemia was going to be healed, and I'm talking from experience too, because I have been told I'm anemic. Right before my surgery, I got a pre-surgical part of my pre-surgery team. I was scheduled to have my liver removed. For those of you who don't know, this past spring, it would have been the second time that I would have had my liver resected and removed. 75% was removed in 2017 for a gastrointestinal stromal tumor that was on my liver. In 2011, for the same condition, I had 90% of my stomach removed in 2011 for the same gastrointestinal stromal tumor. But I was supposed to have gone back again this past spring to have it removed again, my liver. And it's like, damn, how many times can you have a body part removed before your body just says, oh, hell no, girl, this ain't going down. So I decided to say that for myself. Oh, hell no, this ain't going down. But right before I made that decision, the pre-op team, the pre-surgical team nurse called me and said, you have very low iron. You're going to need to get that number up. I said, oh, if I don't get it up, like, is it dangerously low? Like, am I going to be disqualified from having surgery? Because here I am waiting with bated breath for my surgery date, right? And she said, no, it's pretty borderline, but no, you should be okay. And I said, okay. But she said, well, what we want you to do is we want you to up your iron. I said, okay, well, what does that mean? Well, you need to eat a lot of organ meat, a lot of red meat, and a lot of organ meat. And you need to take an iron supplement. And I just laughed and I said, okay, sure, I'll get right on that. Click. No way. No way. Like at the time, I wasn't doing this juicing protocol. It was literally right before I started juicing on June 1st, 2020. But intuitively inside of myself, I knew that was just crazy. I knew it was crazy. And now, knowing what I know now, had I done that and loaded up on all this red meat, it would have put me in such a hyperacid state that going in for surgery, which is in and of itself an acidic event, would have killed me. Absolutely. I'm absolutely convinced that would have killed me if I had done what they wanted me to do with that red meat situation, right? You cannot address something like anemia or any deficiency in the body whatsoever. You can't really say that you're deficient until you clean up the absorption portion of that. You can't say that you're anemic and that you're iron deficient. It's not that you're deficient of iron, it's that you're malabsorbed of the iron. Do you see the difference? Okay. So when we detoxify, through the joy of detoxing, we use the power of food as close to its natural state as possible. Raw. That's as close to its natural state as possible, raw. And we use herbs to assist the body in its detoxification efforts and to enhance the function of cells in related weakened tissues, organs, and glands. So let's break that down a little bit. The first part of any recommendation, any protocol for anybody, regardless of what condition is showing up for you, regardless of what The doctors have told you, regardless of what the diagnosis is, doesn't matter if it happened out of the oblivion, which it always happens out of, or if you got a tick bite, or if you had anything in your body, even if you've had a vaccine injury, for example. The number one thing, the number one way to address it is always the same. First, with diet. It's always the same. We start with the diet. We start keeping out the acid forming food that cause the buildup of toxins and mucus and inflammation and all of that. We start by keeping those foods out of the equation. And instead, we replace it with all the other foods on the other side of chemistry. So all those foods that cause the inflammation, that cause the acidosis, that cause the toxicity, that cause every disease in the body, that includes all meat, and within that group, that includes all red meat, all poultry, all pork, all fish, all game. And like I always say, it doesn't matter how organic they are, doesn't matter what kind of grass you fed it, right? Doesn't matter if they slept in a feather bed at the foot of your bed, right? All of that meat causes an acid residue to be left behind. All eggs, all dairy, very, 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 very high mucus forming food, dairy. All grains, including oatmeal, right? That thing that we think is so healthy for us, that's complex carbohydrate. All pasta, all wheat, all of those complex carbohydrates, all refined sugar, all of that stuff causes excess carbon molecules in the body, which in order for the body to deal with it, in order to get it out of the body, it has to convert it into, it converts into carbonic acid and carbon dioxide, two acids in the body. All beans, very, very acid forming in the body. In order for by the time it gets broken down, the amount of digestive energy that it takes to break down beans, well, first of all, you have to cook the shit out of it and the life out of it, has 0 angstroms of energy left once it's cooked. And it leaves behind a very big acid residue in the body. All of that stuff that I just named, all of that acid forming food, it's not that it tastes acid, right? You eat a cookie, this isn't acid. What is she talking about? She don't know what she's talking about. She's never had good cookies. Bullshit. I've had great cookies, and they're all acid forming because they break down into carbonic acid, because it's extra carbon molecules, because it's extra glycogen. It's true. Look it up. You can take it you can take my word for it. So this food that we eat has to be in as close to its natural state as possible. And the food that we eat that's not on that acid side of chemistry, but now is on the alkaline side of chemistry. Because remember, in the beginning of these notes, we talked about how we are an alkaline being. We're an alkaline being. And when we eat alkaline fruit, alkaline vegetables, these produce and leave behind an alkaline residue when metabolized and broken down. Even acid forming fruit like orange juice, right? One of our girls in our morning class said that somebody was saying that you shouldn't drink orange juice on an empty stomach in the morning because it's very acidic. It's like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. It might, there are subacid and acid fruits, but they leave behind an alkaline residue in the body, making it alkaline, not acid. Vegetables, same thing. So the power of detoxification always starts with the food that we put into our body. So let's say you cannot access herbs right now, or maybe you just don't want to do that side of it as yet. You just want to ease gently into this. Food is medicine. Let medicine be thy food. Let food be thy medicine. Hippocrates. This is your way back. This is a true medicine in the way that we think that medicine should be in healing us. If you've ever had a condition, that medicine has healed, I'd like to hear from you. Not suppressed, okay? I'm not talking about suppressing, right? I'm talking about truly healed out of your body. I'd like to hear from you. The pharmaceutical medicines don't heal anything. They suppress. Everything is designed to suppress and make you not feel something or kill it off altogether, with chemotherapy and radiation. Let's go that route. Okay. So so this is what's necessary in order to support the body as the body naturally heals itself, naturally regenerates itself back to health and vitality, and not even back to health and vitality. I don't want to be regenerated back to my youth. I was frigging unhealthy. I had chronic headaches. I had urticaria, which is a very, very scary thing to experience in your body, and that may talk about jumping out of your skin. Those of you who have this kind of condition, you know what I'm talking about. Urticaria is where you have welts, and your skin just welts up like a gigantic mosquito bite, and all just a mere scratch of your skin, and it's just like a fire welt comes up. It's very, very, oh my gosh. I've had a appendicitis when I was 8 years old that nearly killed me. It's like, and looking back now, I can see what I was putting in my body, and it was sure enough a lot of very, very toxic stuff. So our food has an incredible amount of power that we can tap into and we can harness for our healing. Powerful, powerful. Here's the note. We're an alkaline species. Acid-forming foods cause inflammation and congestion in the body, creating an anionic environment. This reaction causes nutrients, blood cells, etc., to start sticking together and encourages the formation of lipids and oxalate stones of all types. So I always say this, right? You guys, I say acids corrode, they agglomerate, they make things stick together. Not good in the body, not good in the body. We're an alkaline species, and we put too much of these acid-forming foods into our body. And I know for me, oh my God, looking back on it, you guys, seriously, all acid food, very little fruits, very little vegetables, because I was led to believe that fruits are not good for me and that I shouldn't have so many fruits. And if I eat too many fruits, I'm going to get fat. I mean, just crazy stuff, crazy, crazy. And when we do that, it causes the nutrients to become unavailable to the cells. See? Absorption issues. It's not that you don't have enough iron. It's that we've shut down the ability for our cells to have that bioavailable to us. We're not absorbing it. We're not absorbing it. We've shut down our ability to absorb these nutrients. Nutrients become unavailable to the cells, which leads to cellular starvation and eventually the death of a cell. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I wanted to end there for a bit, and I wanted to check in on the notes, on the comments in the class. So, yeah, let's stop there for one quick second. Let me just check in here. Let me know how you guys are doing in the notes here. Alana says, I love this. Awesome, awesome. Ronnie says, yep, having a good time. Ashlyn, hello. So good. Yes, enjoying this class immensely. Awesome, awesome. Did the family enjoy the burgers last night? Nobody ate them. We didn't eat. Dali had half of that raw vegan pie that I made, and like that little hand thing that I made, and then he just wanted juice. So and the girls were not here. So yeah. Okay, so we went through why detoxify, why detox, and now I want to go through and cover how to detoxify. So this is the one I went through. I read through this one again, and then I was like, am I on how to detox right now? So let's talk about how to detox right now. If you're just tuning in, if you're just finding me, welcome. I am Burns. I am a detox specialist with a certified detox specialist with Dr. Robert Morse. And welcome to Glenda. We're in the Vintage Glamper We're in the vintage Glenda, the vintage glamper. By the way, she has an Instagram account, okay? If you look up at the vintage glamper on Instagram, you'll find some really cool behind the scenes pictures. If you're interested in checking out Glenda and some of our camping adventures. We go Crownland camping here in Ontario, Canada. So check it out, check it out, check it out. Glenda is rocking. She's rocking. This is the rest of her little bit. All right, so how to get the body to detoxify. So important to understand, we're alkaline. We're alkaline, and when we put the acid-forming food into us, it causes nutrients, blood cells, etc., to start sticking together, and encourages the formation of lipids, oxalate stones of all types, etc. And this causes nutrients to become unavailable to the cells, which leads to cellular starvation and eventually the death of a cell. Guess what cancer is, you guys? It's just dead cells. That's all it is. So if you know what it is and you know how you caused it, you know how to reverse it, right? Right. Because acidosis is inflammatory and destructive to cells, the body will use steroids, electrolysis, water, lipids, which is cholesterol, and other things to fight this. Our bodies are incredibly innate, incredibly intuitive for its own structure, incredibly wise, right? So when we have an acid environment, the body is going to rush in with some buffering systems. It's going to rush in with water. That's inflammation. And with that comes pain, right? Anything that has an itis in its name, colitis, appendicitis, bursitis, arthritis, all of that, inflammation, water rushing in. It's going to dump cholesterol into your system. It's going to leach calcium out of your bones. It's going to dump cholesterol into your system because cholesterol is fat. It's lipid based, and it can deal with and handle the acids much more than just water can, right? So we're going to get water rushing in, accompanied by pain. We're going to get fat dumping into the system in order to cool down the heat of the acids, right? It's a much more viscous substance, and the body is also going to leach calcium out of your structure, out of your skeleton. This causes dehydration both extracellularly, so in the space around the cells, as well as intracellularly. The cells, things start to dry up. You need your hydration, baby. You need your hydration, and we get our hydration in these beautiful fruit juices. Oh my God, so good. So good. The first thing to do is to change in the intake from acid-forming foods to alkaline-forming foods. We talked about that. Leave out all the stuff that is going to leave behind a residue that is acidic on the pH scale, and keep in all of the things that are going to be alkalizing and thereby hydrating to the body. Water is actually not hydrating. I know some of you are thinking, oh, I drink a lot of water, I'm hydrated. No, you're not. Newsflash, water is H2O, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, slightly on the acidic side of chemistry. Yes, it is. That's why I know some of you have shared this in class before, where you're like, oh, I drink a gallon of water and I'm so thirsty all the time. Who was it that said that, by the way? I recommended that, hey, if I were you, I'd be switching out that 1 gallon of water for a gallon of juice and see how hydrated you feel. I have not personally drank water since June 1st, 2020. 184 days, right? I certainly don't look dehydrated, do I? Like, my skin is perfect. My wrinkles are very much reduced, right? My dryness in my skin. You must alkalize the body. We must hydrate the body. And that does not happen with water. Consuming alkaline-forming foods, mainly fruits and vegetables, will begin the detoxification and rehydration process. If you want an accelerated cleansing process, these fruits and vegetables must all be raw, right? Uncooked and unprocessed. And if you wish to dig even deeper into tissue and speed up the process even further, you can switch it out to all raw, fresh fruits only. That's why the majority of my nutrition comes from fruit juice. Do I have some vegetables and do I have some seeds and nuts? Yes. Yes, I do on the eating portion, but I'm still detoxing when I do that, right? The real juicy detox means it's juicy all of the time. It's juicy with the juice that I drink, and it gets really juicy on all the other topics too, including when we're in the kitchen making our raw vegan food. That's why I love stressing so much the raw recipes. Yes, do we have a couple of things that are cooked and steamed? Yeah, but they start out alkaline in the first place, right? We're not cooking any acid forming food. And we have that in moderation, like maybe 20%, if that, for the cooked portion. But I really thrive and benefit much more from keeping it raw. And these are some really important things to remember about our beautiful, beloved fruits. Fruits have the highest amount of antioxidants and astringent properties of all foods, the highest. Why do we want our food to be really astringent? Because we want it to pull the toxins that are lodged inside of the cells that have been stored there for so long, our entire lives, even in utero, remember, right? Because our moms weren't eating the greatest and I could barely eliminate my toxicity, my toxins from my body that when I was pregnant both times, preeclampsia, toxicity, toxemia. If I wasn't eliminating my toxins, you think my babies were eliminating theirs? Right? So my babies came with a lot of this congestion within their tissues and cells. So this astringent property is really important to understand this. And the more acid your fruit, the more astringent the fruit, which is why you definitely want to be starting your day with orange juice, right? Because this is going to really astringe and pull those toxins out of those cells and tissues. It's going to help your kidneys get filtered, get opened up and filtering that lymphatic waste that's being pulled out of your cells and being flushed out in your sewer system, the lymphatic system, aka the immune system, right? It's going to allow all of that to be flushed out so beautifully. So you want your food, especially when you're healing the body, you want as astringent a food as possible in your body. And you know what? It's not in the vegetable juices, you guys. It is not. The true power to heal your body with this is in the fruits because it's got the highest antioxidants, the highest astringent properties. Their sugars are slow burning, but powerful and will enhance the vitality of cells faster than any other food and with much less digestive effort as well. This doesn't, when we drink it in the juice form as well, it diffuses right into our cells as you're drinking it. The energy and the vitality in the food diffuses right, and all the nutrients diffuse right into your body. Doesn't require a lot of gymnastics digestively to get into your system. They also have the highest electrical properties of any food. 8 to 10,000 angstroms of energy in raw fruits. Angstroms of energy, that's the electromagnetic energy output of a living thing. Everything that's alive gives off a certain electromagnetic energy. That's measured in angstroms of energy, ANGSTROMS, angstroms of energy. And fruits have 8 to 10,000 angstroms of energy. Hey, I hear you out there. I'm in the middle of class. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, thanks. How was the drive? She just got home. She was at a friend's house overnight and it was snowing, so she couldn't get. I told her, stay there, don't come home till it's all clear. And so she just got home. So she was just telling me, my beautiful 18-year-old Kaya, that she's home safe and sound. So these angstroms of energy are really, really important, right? So we want to be consuming food that has the highest electrical properties because we are electrical beings. Especially if you're dealing with anything neurological, you definitely need to be on fruits. Absolutely. And you guys know this, you class members who've been here for a while, and you know the dealio, right? So many of us are really expanding our knowledge and understanding the true ways to heal the body. And we understand and we know we're like an electric car. If you don't put enough charge in that, we're not going. You're not going. And to that end, people that have cancer have on average a 4,875 electrical output, whereas a healthy person requires double that or gives off double that. Let me see. As a Homo sapien, we need at least 6,000 to 7,000 angstroms of systemic energy at all times to even begin to smile. So when we understand that the food that we eat has an electromagnetic energy behind it, and that energy is transmuted into our bodies by the process of transmutation of energy, and that if we're eating energy that has, I don't know, 0 angstroms of energy, like cooked meat, where is the body? Where are we transmuting energy? When it comes to eating meat, what energy are we absorbing from the food that we are eating? You want to heal the body. You want an electric body. You want an electric life full of energy and vitality. Then you have to look at what you're eating, and you have to understand that what you're eating, if it doesn't have a high amplitude of energy, neither will you. Neither will you. And in order to heal, that's just to smile. 6,000 to 7,000 angstroms of energy. That's just to bust a smile out. Okay. That's not even including to heal the body and to detoxify the body and to regenerate tissues and cells. You're going to need a whole lot more than 6,000 or 7,000 angstroms of energy. And there is nothing that is going to speed up your brain regeneration and your neurological functioning, which is so important, you guys. When you understand that your brain is what the functioning of your brain, your neurons, your neurological autonomic nervous system, the automatic nervous system, the part of your body that controls all of the things that you don't have to think about in order to keep your body alive, which is just about everything, right? Your respiration, your pupil dilation, your heart rate, your digestion, everything that your body does that you don't have to, you don't have to be on that job or else, you're not going to live. Everything is controlled by what's going on up here. Yeah. The endocrine system are all the glands in your body. So your adrenal glands, your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, your thyroids, your reproductive glands, all of these glands are all of the functioning of all of these glands are in optimal prime working condition when you feed them fruits, because the fruits have the most electricity, and so do those parts of your body. Such an important thing. Such an important thing to grasp. Let me know how you guys are doing. Everybody doing okay in the class? Okay. We're moving on. So we've talked about why detox the body here, as we're talking about the joy of detoxing and what to expect when you're detoxing, right? We've talked about, let me just click off of this. We've talked about why to detox, and we've talked about how to detox. Next one I want to talk about, before we talk about the actual detox symptoms, I want to, you know, that saying, do you want the good news or the bad news? Give me the good news first. So give me the good news first. So let me give you the good news first before we get into not the bad news, but the reality of, you know, the detox symptoms. So I don't want to freak anybody out too much, okay? Because some of these detox symptoms are a little bit freaky. I'm not going to lie. But what I want to do is I want to talk about the end result. What can you expect after you finish your detox, or as you know, the light at the end of the tunnel? We need a little light at the end of the tunnel here, Burns. We do. So here are the things that you can expect as a result of this detox process. Increased energy, many times more dynamic and more dramatic than getting it from your cup of coffee or from eating your meat with your adrenaline pumped through it, right? Tons more energy, deeper breathing, greater lung capacity, increased sense of smell, taste, and hearing, tumor reduction or elimination, loss of lymphatic swelling. And listen, I know that all of my regular class members are on here. Can we let the people know who might be watching this for the first time? Can you guys drop in the comments if you've had any positive end results on your journey so far? Can you let us know? Let us know in the comments, and I'm going to pop those up on the screen so that anybody who's new to this and who's new here can see, oh my goodness, okay, there are actually other people here who have had success. What? You've healed what? No way, you had that? What? So if you're watching live and if you're watching on the replay, can you put in the comments what has been your positive end result of on your detox journey so far? What have you noticed that has improved? What has surprised you in that, oh my God, I did not expect for that to happen, and I'm so glad that it did? Can we share our success stories right now in the comments? And I'll swing back into the comments in a minute and share those after I go through these slides. I think it would be really helpful for each other, not just for us within the class, but for people who've never seen this before and who are like, what is she talking about? Is this really something that I want to try or that I want to do? Let us know in the comments what have been some of your amazing positive experiences with the detox, because we know we've all been through our healing crises, right? We've all had them, right? We know how miserable it can get, and we're going to be talking about that in a minute. But I want you to drop in the comments, how has this benefited you? How has the detox process been for you in terms of your healing? What have you healed? What has improved in your life? Let us know in the comments, because I don't just want this to be like for me and Dr. Morse. I want to show everybody who's watching that this is for real. Like, this is not just some like in a textbook theory kind of thing. We have had some incredible, powerful, moving results. And, let us know in the comments. Increased sense of smell, taste, and hearing. And by the way, even if you've already shared it, like, share it again, because there's always new people in the class. We always need to show the successes that we are having so that everybody who's always coming in and who are new can benefit. Tumor reduction or elimination, loss of lymphatic swelling. And I will just add in here, can I share that with you? How can I pull that comment, that picture up? Oh, I know how I can do it. Let me show. Oh, I'll do it after. I had a 14-centimeter lipoma on my back that very quickly, almost completely went away. It was about 14 centimeters in diameter. It was about, I would say about an inch and a half high, like deep, tall. And yeah, that happened. That happened. Greater strength in previously weak areas. And I don't mean your biceps, okay? I mean greater strength in tissue, greater strength in in just how your body has, where your body has been weak before. Increased circulation, gray hair begins to disappear and goes back to its natural color. Like, seriously, I have almost no gray hair left. And it was seriously starting to make me very concerned. My hair has also gotten thicker. I mean, although a lot of it is shaved off, but what's left behind has gotten thicker as well. It's amazing. Skin begins to tighten and become softer. Guys, my skin, like, seriously, I am constantly blown away by my skin. Clarity in thinking, improved memory, disease symptoms disappear, blood sugars normalize, blood pressure will also normalize. And that blood sugars will normalize, guys. That's no joke. That's no joke. And if you're a diabetic, you want to definitely be monitoring your intake of your medicine, because this will make your blood sugar normalize. When we have fruits, we do not have to involve insulin in order to deal with the glycogen of the fruit sugar of sugar. This does not have glycogen in it. It is fructose, which does not involve insulin to break it down. So you have to monitor, and this will help your blood sugar come into balance pretty quickly. So you have to know your numbers. You have to titrate properly and diligently and with a lot of awareness, so that you're adjusting your medicine, your insulin or your other medicine very, very carefully and very aware. But a lot of my clients who've had diabetes, that symptom of poor sugar absorption, have had that symptom almost completely healed within a couple of weeks. Yeah, their blood sugars, at first it does a little bit of a wobble. It's like, oh my God, it's up, it's down. But because they know their numbers and their range of where they can safely keep their blood sugars, and they watch it. Oh, if it's getting too high, okay, let me top it up with a little bit of insulin or whatever. They can almost very quickly completely eliminate, sometimes with their doctors, working together with their doctors. Their doctors have taken them off of their diabetic medicine. So don't lose hope, guys. Stay with me. There's a lot of good things coming for you. And I knew before class today that I'd be speaking to you. I said, oh man, oh baby, it's going to be a good class. Someone's life is about to change in a big way. And here you are. You found me. So cool. Same thing with the blood pressure. One of my clients, her dad, Nabila's dad, Abu. Hi, Abu, if you're watching. Abu's blood pressure, again, that's something else that he's started to heal very, very, very diligently, along with his doctor's, blessings, and slowly coming off of medication and slowly getting that low blood pressure back up. I'm so proud of you, Abu. You're doing it. Wow. 82 years old, you guys. It's never too late. You're never too old to do this. You're never too young. You're never too old to change your life. Deeper relationship with God and nature. I can attest to that for sure. Higher sense of happiness, joy, and well-being. Skin blemishes like pimples, rashes, acne, eczema, all of that kind of skin issue disappears, because now your toxins are not trying to come out through your skin. Now you're flushing them out, right? You're flushing them out through the kidneys. So it doesn't have to try its next eliminative organ, the skin, the largest eliminative organ, also called the third kidney. It doesn't have to try to come through that third kidney, because kidneys 1 and 2 are working, baby. They're working. Higher sense of happiness, joy, and well-being, right? That is a really, listen, that we cannot understate that, especially in this day and age. We cannot, it cannot be said enough how important it is to keep our sense of happiness and well-being really elevated during these times, man. I'm telling you, it's like, these times are shaky, I tell you, baby. Right? So we want to do whatever we can to keep that sense of happiness and joy and well-being and connection with ourselves, connection to the universe, connection to God, connection to source energy, however you want to call that, right? Connection to nature. We need this more than ever. More than ever. Your bowels will move better. Like I'm telling you, it's crazy how incredible your bowels will be moving. Improved kidney function, voice strengthens, heart arrhythmias disappear, improved eyesight, overall sense of well-being and vibrancy return, reversal of the aging process. Like seriously, I mean, I know I usually always look young anyhow, but I was starting to look old before this. I was starting to feel my age. I was walking past the mirror in Walmart going, oh shit, what the fuck happened? Good God, what have you done to yourself, woman? I was starting to look and feel like a frumpy 55-year-old woman because that's what I was turning into. Reverse aging, baby. Reverse aging. I'm 55 years old. I celebrated my birthday September of this year. I turned 55 years old, and I'm telling you, I'm digging that reverse aging aspect of this. Never getting sick or catching what's going around. That is a huge relief. That is never living in fear of a disease is another thing that I should put on here as an end result of the cleaning / detox process. Never being afraid of some diagnosis. You know how much that's worth to me? The peace of mind that I don't have to be like, okay, I got how many more months until the next CT scan? Okay, liver, like, please be shrinking tumor. Oh my God. No, I don't live like that anymore. I don't, and I never will, because I'll never stop doing this. Never stop doing this. Never stop detoxing. We still have to get into. You guys are rock stars. This is like a master class in the joy of detoxing, what to expect when you are detoxing and how to naturally heal the body from all dis-ease. This is a master class and you guys are rock stars. Look at these let's see what some of our class members have healed in the body. Let's see here. Louise said, loving this class, Burns. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you are. Thank you for breaking it all down again. We are all so conditioned. It takes time to unwire our misinformed minds. I feel and look really great on fruit juice. I'm healing. Yes, you are, babe. Yes, you are. And welcome, Louise. Louise is tuning in from Limerick, Ireland. Limerick, Ireland. The beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Limerick, Ireland. No, that's not true. I've had hypothyroid and I'm off all meds after 15 months of juicing and raw food. Wow. Where's my bell? Damn, I took the bell in yesterday. Shoot. Um, I've had hypothyroid and I'm off all meds after 15 months of juicing and raw food. Can you believe that, you guys? Big what up? Big props to Kristen. Amazing. I had to slowly decrease my meds and allow my thyroid and pituitary gland to pick back up. Dr. Morse is correct. This heals the body. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Well done, babe. Detoxing has allowed me to get rid of my tinnitus and vertigo. Beautiful, babe. I still have my tinnitus. I'm still working on that. I am so happy for you. And for those of you who were not here early on in our juicy 40-day juicing experience together, we're on day 44 now, I think. Tanya Ray, girl, your tinnitus and vertigo went away on day 3. Day 3. That should encourage everybody dealing with stuff can happen, and everybody heals at a different rate. Everybody heals differently, right? But you did it in 3 days. I am so proud of you. Not the least bit jealous. I'm not. I'm just really proud of you and really happy for you. I got to turn on this light. Hang on one second. Brrr. Glenda is cold in the winter. I'm not going to lie, but I've got some nice warm blankies here, so that is awesome. Alana says day 40 something. I'm off of my allergy meds. Yes, girl. I haven't taken pain meds or muscle relaxers. I've lost 20 pounds. Oh my gosh, Alana, my mood is so much better. My energy lasts throughout the day. So many amazing things. Brilliant. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you, babe. My blood sugars are holding steady in the low 100s. I haven't felt depressed in over a month. What are the normal blood sugar numbers? I wonder. Is it like one? What is that? That's amazing, babe. I'm so freaking happy for you. And Emoji King is giving you some support there. Yes, Alana. Yes, indeed. Ashlyn says, I have Graves' disease as well as Hashimoto's and was told by someone it's not possible to reverse my condition without the herbs. I was a bit suspicious because I know of people who have healed their bodies with simply juicing. So I have a feeling they were just trying to get money for their practice. Well, what you are saying is absolutely true. You can heal just about anything in the body with fruits, but it really depends on you. Like, you will hasten, you will speed up, you will support the body really well with herbs, but you should never be made to feel that you have to do it and you can only heal with herbs, because that's not true. That's absolutely not true. And Dr. Morris has flat out said that to us, as practitioners, that and as our own healers with our body. He said that in his last email that went out, the last newsletter, that absolutely, if you cannot get your hands on herbs, that food is your first and most important course of action. So it could be that they might have been trying to get money for, like, trying to build up their practice, but could also be that they were just coming at it from a really purist mindset. You know what I mean? Because herbs will definitely speed up the healing process. Hey, Kara. Beautiful Kara. Wart 100% gone. Pink healthy tongue. No more white coated. No acne on chest, back and neck. Acne on chest, back and neck almost gone. Well done. Well done. And Kara, you had such an intense detox healing crisis, and girl, you pushed through. You did it. Well done. Amy, trophies. Yes, Tanya. Yes, Louise. Yes, Cindy. Thank you, Emoji King. And Jennifer. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody up here who might have said yes. And Cindy got 5 bottles of the adrenal glandular in. All right, Cindy, let's get this adrenal turned on, baby. Ashlyn said, this was what hold on one second. Gabriella, let's look at this class comment here. I love the class discussion, by the way. I love this part of class. So good. Always engaging, always stimulating, always learning from and with each other. I love it. Well done, you guys. Gabriella says, oh my God, me too. I have to deal with the same issue as your friend. I already thought of putting Botox before for my hands and underarm, but with this juicing, it's much better. Bam. Cheers. That's amazing. Oh, yeah, baby. I think this is your 3rd day. My 3rd day? Ashlyn. So then Ashlyn said, Bern, someone told me that it's not possible to heal thyroid disease without the Chinese herbs. Is this true? And by the way, herbs are herbs. Okay. Yes, the Chinese have a very long-standing history with ancient Chinese herbal medicine. But do you know that the herbs that are going to be most beneficial are the ones that are local to you? Yeah, so it doesn't have to be any fancy Chinese herbs, all right? And like Louise, no, not Louise, like Kristen Kristen was replying to that with this. No, that's not true. I've had hypothyroidism, and I'm off all meds after 15 months of just juicing and raw food. She had to slowly decrease her meds and allow her thyroid and pituitary to pick back up. But Dr. Morris is correct. This heals the body. Absolutely. So you don't have to use herbs. Absolutely. You do not have to use herbs. People are doing it all over the place. Look at our very own Kristen here. She's been doing it. It does take a while. Sometimes this is going to take long, and sometimes this is going to take a lot longer than you want it to take. It's like, I want to be done with this now, right now. And sometimes some of us are going to have conditions that are so deep in the tissues, and where we have such compromised glands and such a compromised neurological situation, where you want to be on the herbs. You need to give your body every chance it can to heal and regenerate. Detoxify first, because you cannot regenerate something that's toxic, right? You cannot regenerate a tissue or gland or organ in an environment which is toxic. You need optimal conditions for that, right? And for some people, they've come, and also Ashlyn, for some people, they've been so damaged by external toxins, whether that's vaccines, or whether that's vaccines, right? That they really need the support of the herbs to help the body regenerate itself. There's nothing wrong with that. These herbs are going to, by the way, these herbs are going to save you. Do you know how much in terms of illness, if you can't afford them and you do want to do them, if you can take the long and winding road a little bit and you don't need to do the herbs, totally up to you. But do you know how much you're going to give yourself a leg up when you do use an herbal support if you need it? And quite frankly, we all need herbal support. I recommend just doing the herbs like that are in the Heal All tea, for example. Do you know how much you're going to be able to heal in your body? How much faster and how much more supported your body will be to regenerate you can regenerate everything in the body. And if you had good herbal support, you can do that. But no, it's not absolutely necessary to heal. And you can heal with not just the herbs. You can heal using just the fruits. You don't have to use the herbal support, is what I'm saying. Okay, let me just read down here in the comments. You guys are doing an awesome job. Thank you for all of these shares. This is so good. I love it. This is encouraging other people who want to do this, maybe who are also, struggling with their own health right now. This is going to be so helpful. All right, Ronnie says, personally, I sleep much better. I can sleep much better. I had sort of an insomnia. B, I don't feel extremely sad as before the detox. So good. I feel that you have much more energy. And D, she looks slimmer. All of that is so good, babe. Congratulations. Okay, let me just go here and see this. Emoji King, thank you so much. Emoji King has deeper inner body experiences. That's powerful, my friend. Yeah, never forget. Some of my male friends said you look no older than 45 years old. Thank you so much. I get that all the time. Actually, I'm very aware. It's like, no way, you're 55. I said, I know. I don't know what happened either. Yes, thank you so much, Emoji King. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to everybody on this journey. Cindy, Jennifer, Gel, and Carlene, Elaine, and Lana, and Burns. Yes, we're all doing it together, Emoji King. Thank you so much. And Kara. your queen is just passing through, or is that you just passing through? And congratulations to you, Emoji King. Emoji King, you're down, what, 20 pounds now as well? Yes, huge congratulations to everybody. Okay, Louise. Louise, and by the way, I wish I had my bell. It would be ringing all the time. Maybe it's a good thing I don't have it. My hands were endlessly swollen. I would cry in pain if I touched something. Oh, babe. I was told I'd have to go on medication for life, but no one tells baby what to do. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Pretty soon after that, I found you. Bam. All right, baby. Ronnie says, forgot to mention, I've only done 15 days of detox. You're only on day 15, Ronnie, and look at everything that you're experiencing already in 15 days. What? Oh my God. I'm so happy for you. I'm so very happy for you. You guys are amazing. Ashlyn says, Alana, that is so great. 3rd day on my period. Thank you. Okay, now I know what that meant. 3rd day on my period. Yeah. It's turning into more spotting now, but it's like, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Cindy. I love you so much, girl. I love you so much. Kelly says, my nodules went away on my thyroid. The only thing I can think that I changed is juicing and not eating gluten. That's right. And you've not just been juicing and not eating gluten, right? What about you're not eating the lamb anymore. You also stopped eating the lamb, right? So you're keeping out the protein that has done a lot of the damage to the kidneys in the first place. Ashlyn, hey girl. Ashlyn says, thank you for taking the time to talk me through this. I always feel so empowered by your encouragement. I'm so happy to hear that. You're doing an amazing job. You're doing it. You're doing it. Raising 3 very active, very high demand, very beautiful children who are here on this physical journey, who chose you to be their mom because you can do it and because you bring a specialness to their lives, much more so than anybody else would have. And you should be encouraged every single day. You're amazing. You're amazing. I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know how people have kids that are so close together in the first place are doing any of it. It's like, what? My kids are 6 years apart. So yeah. Hey, Denny, so glad to see you in class, my friend. Which herbs are best for assisting the adrenals? Do you think glandulars are okay to use also? Glandulars are really good to use, but on a case-by-case basis. It depends on what you're working with. It depends on what your symptoms are that you're experiencing. It depends on how badly shut down your adrenal glands are. For a lot of people, just going on the adrenal formulas are enough. So which herbs specifically are used to address the adrenals? You can look on Dr. Morse's Dr. Morse Herbal or Herbal, Herbal, Herbal Health Club.com. You can go to his website, click on, type in the search bar when you're in the shopping area, type in the search bar adrenal tincture, and that will pull up the adrenal formulas, and you can click on that. And right in the description of that herbal tincture formula, you'll see all of the herbs that are in each of the formulations. So it's a lot. There are a lot of herbs. Same thing for the bladder, kidneys and bladder. A lot of, and he said the reason that he's had to make, 4 and 5 different formulations for adrenals is because and kidneys is because, and lymphatic is because there's so many different herbs that are powerful and that are beneficial for strengthening and healing and supporting these different tissues and glands and organs that he had to split them up. He couldn't put them all into one. So, and also good to have the body always, not ever getting used to just one formulation. So I hope that helps. Louise says, my hair hasn't been healthy or hasn't grown long since my teen since you were pregnant with your teenager, basically, my hair is growing long and looks thicker. I'm not sweating at all. Wearing the same t-shirt for 3 days, energy is so high. So I take it you had some hyperhidrosis as well going on there. That is amazing. That's amazing. Good for you. Thicker, better looking hair. And knowing that you're getting that from your fruits and not from some supplement that you're taking or some, thing that you're squirting onto a spoon and taking twice a day. What happens when those companies go out of business, by the way? All these companies that are selling all this network marketing stuff. What happens when they go away? And you can't have your thing that's to squirt on a spoon and drink for your hair to grow, if that is even a thing. I'm just saying, fruits, melons, and berries, baby. And you get hair growth and you get all of these positive things that all of these students are talking about. I'm not making it up. I'm not just saying what I've learned. I'm looking at what other people are literally in this class experiencing because they're doing this, and we're doing it together collectively. If you guys have not joined and come over to our group on Facebook, oh my goodness, why? I highly recommend come and check us out on Facebook and be a part of the before and after school program. That's where we hang out. That's where we get to know each other. That's where I post the 21 days of abundance meditations that we're doing. That's where we share recipes. That's where we ask questions. That's where we share our experiences, lift each other up. That's where we have a good laugh. That's where we get to know each other and get to be a part of a community and not feel like we're on this journey alone, because we're not. Olga in the house. Olga says, I healed a big part of vitiligo, hemorrhoids. I have a lot more energy, no back pain anymore, better mood, and still have a lot of work. You guys are amazing. You guys are all amazing. Yeah. Olga, you are doing such an amazing job. And look at what you've healed already. You're incredible. Keep going, babe. We're so behind you on your journey. You have no idea. Well, you do have an idea. So proud of all your accomplishments, everyone, says Cindy. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, and I haven't had any of that awesome lamb. I did eat some turkey on Thanksgiving, but overall it's been just juice and raw. Powerful, amazing. Side note, I think my chickpea sprouts soured yesterday. No, that's the thing about chickpea sprouts. You cannot leave them for too long at all. Amy asks, I'm going to finish the Fab 4 soon. Do I order those again? Yes, the Fab 4 is a thing that you can use over and over and over and over again. Or Amy, we can go through and look at what was in the Fab 4 and maybe just tweak it a little bit, right? If you want. But if you're feeling good on those, right, I would continue on that. The Fab 4 is the Fab 4 for a reason. My 15-year-old had a BM night after 4-day. What? Okay, let me read this first and get the sense of it first. Oh, my 15-year-old had a bowel movement tonight after a 4-day wait after prune juice. She has a banana each morning and at 8 a.m. and then fasts until 4 p.m., then eats a mix of good and not so good sort of foods. So she is here with me. Hi, babe. How are you? Is it Mila? Mila. Oh, yeah, there we go. I see it now. Mila, 15, has tried to up her juice, but somehow is stuck on water. A bit of starving herself and then binging. Okay, all right. Okay. Mila, my love, I know that part of what we sort of think on some crazy level is that if I eat less food, I'm not going to gain weight, right? I can relate to that. Gosh, when I started this juicing, a little bit of me was like, oh, maybe if I restrict some calories and don't drink my full 4 liters of juice when I was doing my full on juicing, maybe then it'll help me lose weight. But that thought didn't stick around in my head for very long. You know why? Because I noticed that the more the more I drank my fruit juices, the more my weight melted off of me. Excuse me. And the reason why that happened is because the body will stay in the body will go into detox and cleaning out mode when it's well hydrated. So when you're well hydrated, when you're drinking a lot of fruit juice in particular, your body is going to be the most alkaline it can be. And then any extra weight, if this is a weight issue, if this is a control issue and you're emotionally feeling maybe like you have no control, or that you're feeling somehow out of control in your life, and the only thing that you can hold on to help you feel some sense of control is controlling and restricting your food, then we need to have a different conversation. If that is the case, we need to have a different conversation, okay, where we learn how to get our self-empowerment back up. Because if you're feeling like things are out of control in your life, it's almost like you're feeling like you don't have any power in your life, but the only thing you can have power over is your food intake. That's a conversation that I would have with you. If this is about that, it would be, how do we work on helping you feel more empowered in your life and more, okay with where you are and what's happening, even in a world that is in a lot of ways very chaotic. But if this is about starving yourself because you think that that's how you're going to lose weight, of course, I want you to understand that, of course, you're going to feel like you need to binge, right? Because number one, you're restricting yourself. And whenever we restrict ourselves, we get rebellious, right? We get this rebellion that comes up inside of us, almost like, I'm going to starve myself. And then, I'm just going to let it all out and just put it all in. We need to have a discussion about what's really going on the emotional side. She will eat any healthy food and is food conscious, just eager and excessive, and then breaking out. Can you advise her as she listens to you? Okay. So it's good that you're eating healthy. It's good that you're eating, you're very food conscious and eager, but then you got to temper that. You don't want that to get like overboard and excessive. I would not recommend this is what I would do. If you were my daughter, this is what I would tell her. You need to eat regularly all throughout the day in order for your body to be operating in a happy, healthy state. Starving yourself, although a lot of people do intermittent fasting, it is not something that I recommend for many people. I really don't. I'm just going to say it. You need to get off the water, Mila. The water is not hydrating you. That's why you're feeling crappy. That's why you have cravings, right? There's no nutrition in that. You probably are feeling a lot of low energy. Let me ask you that. You're probably feeling really low energy, right? If you're not eating and you're only having a banana and then you're going until 4 p.m., although granted, a lot of times I can do that. If I'm really busy on something, I can forget to eat. But as a 15-year-old girl, I would say that is not what I would want to be doing to my body if I were you. Yeah, let me not bother with what would I say to my daughter if I let me say what I would say to myself. What I would say to myself, and let me know if any of this is resonating with you, Mila. Let me know in the comments. What do you have to say? Right? Is this because you're wanting to lose some extra weight? If that is why you are starving yourself, and fasting until 4 p.m., I don't know, something just tells me that that's more like you're trying to starve yourself. You're trying to refrain from eating all day because you don't want to gain weight. Can you let me know, and then I will be able to better help you and help other people who are also dealing with the same kind of thing. When you do a juice cleanse like this, your relationship with food changes, doesn't it, guys? If you've had your relationship with food change, can you guys say something in the comments to sort of give Mila some encouragement and some understanding around this topic? Because our relationship with food is really, really, it's one of the parts of the emotional detox that we come up against when we do this. Some of the emotion that comes around that, you know. So I think I would need a little bit more information, but this is what I would say. Drink more fruit. Stop drinking the water. It's dehydrating you. It is not helping you in terms of your cravings, and it is causing you to binge later on because your body is so depleted that you're just scarfing down what you're, the emotional and the mental side of that food mind body connection is screwed up. It is. And you're doing it to yourself. But the good news, the good news is that you can you can unscrew yourself, all right? You need to. Yeah, to stay trim and not gain weight. Okay. You need to understand why the weight gain. What the weight gain is a response to your acid condition in the body. And if you've been watching any of the notes earlier in this class, go back and review that. This is why I'm doing this video, to understand what the acidosis is going to bring up in your body and why you're going to be gaining weight. You gain weight as a natural response by your body to deal with the acid condition in your body. So if you turn that around, if you keep the junk food out, and if you keep the alkaline fruits very high on your priority list, with juicing in particular, then your body is going to say, oh, I don't need this inflammation anymore. Okay, there you go. Oh, I don't need that inflammation anymore. There you go. And it's going to melt off of you easily. You're going to be satisfied. You're going to be nourished with nutritious food. You're going to be glowing. You're going to be bouncing with energy. You're going to be happier. All of these things that everybody else has talked about and what I just showed in the slides, you're going to have the ability to experience that. And the weight is going to slip off of you, and it's going to be the easiest thing ever. And it's never going to come back and bite you in the butt again. Why? Because you're dealing with the cause. When you're starving yourself, you're not dealing with the cause. You're looking at this from I need to calorie restrict in order to get rid of this excess weight. Instead of, that's looking at the weight as a symptom. Instead of saying, why is the weight here? Oh, the weight is here because I'm acidic. Okay, so why don't we just stop being acidic and let's make the body alkalized again, because we are alkaline beings. Let's stop plugging it up with all this mucus forming crap. Listen, you're in the best household to do this. You know how many people wish their mom was cooking them raw vegan food right now, girl? Do you know? Do you know how many people wish that they had a solution to their weight loss problems that was easy, tasted great? Girl, I dropped 25 pounds. It was easy. It wasn't hard, right? You see what I enjoy. I enjoy tons of food, tons of eating food, right? So this is definitely the only way to do this. Like Alana says, fruits, melons, and berries, baby. All my friends are tall and slim. Well, you can't go make some friends with some short, fat people. I'm kidding. Your friends are always, you got to not compare yourself to other people. Remember who you are. Who are you? You are Mila. You are a goddess. You are a spiritual giant on this earth. This body is just the vehicle that you get to drive around in. So treat it like a spiritual divine goddess would treat her beautiful spiritually divine vehicle. Treat it with love and respect. Honor it with the food of the gods. And you will see. I understand. I'm 5 foot, fuck all. I'm 5 foot and 1/2 inch. And I've always, for as long as I can remember, have had an issue with my weight. But really, it was an issue with my mind. right? I've always been perfect. Okay, sometimes I got too overweight, right? Just life experience. It wasn't an indication of my value and my worth and my specialness. It was a reflection of the acid condition I was putting into my body and not was creating in my body. I was creating an acidic condition in my body, and I just didn't know. I didn't know. I thought I had to starve myself. I thought I had to go to Jenny Craig. I thought I had to go to Weight Watchers. I went to, oh my God, I did so many diets, right? All of them addressing the symptom, not the cause. This is the first time I've ever addressed the cause, and my weight is returning to normal effortlessly. No struggle, no crazy twice a day workouts, 3 times a day workouts in the gym, no calorie restriction. Your friends are going to be stop comparing yourself to your friends. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to your life, and you know it. I find it very hard staying focused too and concentrating. It's very hard for me to remember anything from school classes. Mom says juicing will help. Well, yeah, it will, right? Yes, it will, because this will help you improve your memory, improve your focus, improve your mood, improve your energy. God, school is a long day. I remember, and I was a teacher for 19 years. I know what it is. It's a long, tiring day, isn't it? You need all the energy that you can get. Juice Mila, warrior goddess. Try it for a couple days. See how you feel, babe. You'll feel a whole healthier. You will be a whole healthier you. 100%. Absolutely. So you got this, girl. You know what to do. What I would like to do is I would like to continue our class. Would you guys like that? Because I want to run through. I would like to run through the different I would like to run through the different detox symptoms that we can expect to experience while we're doing this. But first, I think I need to make a quick run to the little girls' room. So what I'm going to do, let's take a little mid-class break for 5 minutes. I'm going to play you my mind movie. This is the mind movie that I created when I was going to do the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreats. And I made this little movie to just watch. It's like a visual video, a vision board in video format. So let me play this. I'm going to run to the little girl's room, give my 18-year-old beautiful daughter a hug, and I will be right back. Stay with me though. Okay, guys, stay with me. We're going to be going through, wait, let me just show you. Let me give you a little preview of what you're going to come back to. We're going to go through a bunch of slides just like this so that we can see what are the mild cleansing symptoms. I've got 3 slides of that. I've got moderate cleansing symptoms, and I have got the strong cleansing symptoms. So we're going to run through those things. We're also going to talk real quickly about what to avoid, and some smart cleansing tips. All right. So make sure you come back. Like, don't go anywhere. Right? You guys can easily go for a pee and just take me on your phone with you. I know you do it. But I got to play this, and then I'll be right back.
Divine Intelligence, I'm after you. You are the object of my affection, and I'm putting all of my attention on you. And I'm going to keep surrendering into you, and I'm going to trust in the unknown. You have to create from a place of oneness, a place of wholeness.
right, guys, how are we doing? Wasn't that a cool movie? I love my mind movie, if I may say so myself. Louise and Mila says, thank you very much. I recorded your advice so I can listen again. Thank you. Have a lovely day. You as well, babe. You as well. Reach out to me anytime as well if you need any help behind the scenes, any encouragement. Your mom knows how to find me. I'm right here for you, babe. And come and join our Facebook group as well. You'll love it. Lots of amazing, cool people in there of all ages as well. Okay, so let's talk. I was munching on a nice ripe banana during that break. Thank you so much for the little reprieve. Okay, so let's get into this. I want to talk about, we are talking about the joy of detoxing, what to expect when you're detoxing. And we are at the place right now in our class notes where we're going to be just going through and looking at really briefly, excuse me. Now we know, now that we've covered why we should detox and what we have done to ourselves with the food that we've eaten and why this is an important thing to do and why the body is naturally going to try to do it anyhow, and how not to be afraid of that, because we recognize that these things that are going to be stirred up in us are cleaning effects and they're detox symptoms. Now that we know all of that, let's look at, and we know the benefit of going through all of this and cleaning this stuff out. Let's have a quick look at what these different cleansing effects or detox symptoms are. Because I am telling you, when you go through some of this stuff and you just don't know what's going on and you have no understanding that those hemorrhoids that are flaring up are actually because you've suppressed it in the past, or it's a condition trying that your body is healing itself through you. When you don't understand that, you can freak out. Am I right? Have you ever had a detox symptom show up and you're like, what is going on? Oh my gosh, we all have. So here are some of those detox symptoms that I want you to keep in mind, and definitely screenshot these. I want to put these all together on like where you can have all the mild symptoms on one card and all the moderate ones on two cards, because there are like 6 of them. But I want to have that. I'll prepare that as well. But for now, you can screenshot the screen right now. And this next part 2 of the joy of detoxing and what to expect when you're detoxing. Here's the what to expect when you're detoxing part. This is what you can expect. Now, bear in mind, if you are doing 80% raw and you're having any of these symptoms, it is a detox symptom. It's a cleaning effect. It's to be expected, and it's to be celebrated and welcomed. However, if you're eating some raw and you're eating a bunch of other not so good stuff and you're having any of these things come up, that's an acidosis effect. Yes, it is. That is your body as well trying to detox, but it's because it's not trying to detox you because you're having all the alkalizing food that's trying to that you can use to encourage and help your body detox. It's a detox effect because you're putting more acid in your body. Stop it. Stop doing that. You're not helping yourself. I'm telling you. So here they are, cold and flu-like symptoms. And why? Why all these symptoms? That's going to be in an upcoming class, probably tomorrow. Why the cold and flu-like symptoms? Why the low-grade fever? What to do if you have any of these? That is going to be a second class. But suffice it to say that your cold and flu-like symptoms are your body. All of these symptoms is your body trying to expectorate or get out these this toxic and acidic buildup in your tissues. These are good things. Celebrate them, welcome them, expect them. You're not going to have all of them happen. Don't freak out. All right. Some of us will have probably a few mild detox symptoms, and that's it. Some of us, however, are going to have the shit kicked out of us, quite frankly. Don't be afraid of it, because it's kicking your ass anyhow. Better out than in. Am I right? Low-grade fevers, 99 to 100. Coughing with or without discharge. Clear and yellow mucus discharge from the nose or throat, from the lungs, the bronchi, etc. This mucus may contain blood, because there is a little bit of blood within the lymphatic system as well. You also have capillaries, that are bursting because of all of the A little bit of blood, it's okay. You're not dying. You're not dying. Minor aches and pains, chills, mucus in the stools and urine, loss of energy, which may go up and down, rashes and itching, disease symptoms increasing temporarily, mucus oozing from the eyes, mild headaches, minor blurred vision, minor vertigo, weight loss. You can expect on average 8 to 15 pounds lost in the first 2 weeks. And this has been consistent across almost everybody that I have coached. Depends on the level of thyroid weakness, though. It could be as little as 2 pounds. Emotions rising up, for example, mild crying, anger, or even laughter. Short-term nosebleeds. Some rectal hemorrhoids or lesions. Minor blood in the urine. All right, so those are the mild cleansing symptoms. We're going to move on now. These are the moderate cleansing symptoms. And again, the level of symptoms that you get, totally dependent on your situation. And how long will these last? Usually not for very long. But again, everybody is different and everybody's body is different. So symptoms of bronchitis or pneumonia, heavy discharges of green to brown mucus from the nose and throat, the lungs and bronchitis, etc. Pain in the joints, heavy discharge from kidneys, urine color changes from brown to orange to dark yellow, etc. I've actually had my urine look orange. I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on? Oh yeah, detox symptom. Everything that happens in my body. Oh yeah, that's detox. Oh, detox. Because I know I'm 80 to 90% raw. Pain in the joints, heavy discharge from kidneys, and urine changes. Okay, I got to there. Pain in old injuries or in degenerative parts of the body. So if you're experiencing pain anywhere, that's your body letting you know where it's weakest. But the good news is that this protocol will also help regenerate those areas as well. This can be scary, right? We can have minor paralysis of the limbs. Some of us in this class have experienced some of these things, and it is very disconcerting when it happens. You can't move your arm, you can't move your limb. Complete paralysis, sometimes in the strong. Yeah. Chronic fatigue symptoms, nosebleeds, spasms of the lungs in asthma, emphysema, COPD, moderate shortness of breath, asthma, emphysema, COPD, pain in old injuries or in degenerative areas of the body as well, similarly as in the mild symptoms. Or was that, oh yeah, I see what I did there. The last one on each one of those was the same. Okay. Oh, well. Temporary increase in tumor size. Now, this one can be a real freak out one, right? You have a tumor and it's getting bigger. One of our class members is experiencing this right now. And it's like, I keep telling her, that's one of the symptoms of detox. You're okay. It's going to be okay. This will pass. But I understand completely how that could be really disconcerting. But if you've been 80% raw, what is it? Oh yeah, right. Detox. That's a detox symptom because you've been 80% raw, right? Unless you haven't been, then it's from acidosis. Clean up the extra, acid in your diet, drink more alkalizing fruit juices. And if you continue to have growth, it's a detox symptom. Disease symptoms magnifying. This is also short-lived. Sores appearing on the skin. Well, we've had a lot of people in the class with that, right? Cara Joe, remember? I told you these are all detox symptoms. These are all detox symptoms. Yours weren't so much sores as it was, but it was like rash, eczema, a previous, histamine type of reaction looking like it was resurfacing again. Oozing of innumerable substances from the skin, especially from the hands and the feet. Dr. Morse has even talked about some people, he has seen it. Worms, parasites coming out through the skin. Oy, oy. Oozing of innumerable substances from the skin, especially from the hands and the feet. Bruising, weak muscle breakdown. Muscle built from meat protein will start to break down. It's not strong muscle protein. Heavy mucus discharge from the eyes and ears. Vomiting, diarrhea, cellulitis or clumping, dizziness and or vertigo, minor heart palpitations. What a ride, eh? What a ride this detox can be. Loose teeth. Oh, Lord have mercy. That is a really scary one to experience, but it is a detox symptom and it will be short-lived. I know it's hard to believe that when your teeth are loose and you feel like you're losing your teeth. Good God, that would freak me the fuck out. I'm not going to lie. That really would. But it's a detox symptom as long as you've been 80% raw. And listen, if it ever gets too intense for you, any of these, you'll see this on the cleansing tips, right? If anything ever gets too intense for you, like the loose teeth, pull back a little bit, add in some vegetables. You can add in some steamed vegetables if you need to pull it back a little bit. It's all about balance, baby. Minor abscesses in the mouth, migraines, high-grade fever, 103 to 105. And as well in the cleansing tips, in a minute, we're going to talk about kind of what to do with that fever situation. Deep coughing, sometimes dry. Use herbs to loosen and expectorate the impacted mucus. And the final set of moderate cleansing symptoms, by the way, it's not all, this is just a starter list. There are other ones as well, but this is generally what you can expect when you're having some moderate detox symptoms. Depression or anxiety, don't be afraid of that. Understand what it is. When you start to feel that and you've been raw, just say to yourself, okay, here we go. I'm feeling a little down. I'm feeling depressed. This is a detox symptom. Why? How do I know? How do you know it's a detox symptom? Because you've been eating 80% raw, so you know. Emotional releasing. And remember, when we're doing a physical detox like this, it is going to have signs of an emotional detox, a mental detox, a spiritual detox as well. You're going to have detox in all of your bodies. We don't just have a physical body. We have an emotional body. We have a spiritual body. We have a mental body, and all the different bodies get detoxed as well and regenerated, which is great news. Skin splitting where heavy toxins exist, excessive itching, mercury tooth fillings can be pushed out by the body, rectal bleeding from past or present hemorrhoids or lesions. And then the strong cleansing effects. Yes, the strong cleansing effects. Paralysis of any part of the body, black mucus discharges from the lungs, heavy brown discharge or blood in the urine associated with kidney pain, heavy black discharge from the bowels with diarrhea. That's always fun, isn't it? We've seen some crazy stuff in our bowel movements when you're on this detox. Yeah. Oh, baby. Tumors popping out all over the body like our dear Olga and our beautiful Chuck. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's a strong cleansing symptom. That's how you know this is working. That's how you know this is working. Loss of sight. Loss of hearing, severe dizziness or vertigo, severe fatigue, abscesses developing all through the mouth, loss of fingernails or toenails, excessive weight loss. This can result when a pancreatic weakness exists. So if you're one of those people, right, who are like starting to feel like really underweight, and this is like getting like, you're healing a pancreatic weakness when you see that. So keep going. I know it feels scary. I know you you're having all kinds of blowback from people around you that are seeing this and are making you feel afraid, like, oh my God, what are you doing? This is so unhealthy. You're starving yourself. This isn't good for you. You're healing the body, babe. You're healing the body. Severe shortness of breath. And in those cases, you want to use an antispasmodic or an inhaler. Dr. Morse has a really good antispasmodic called Spasm Calm, which is really good for asthmatics, for sure. Temporary deep depression released through crying, anger, and laughter. Mental confusion, skin cracking open, teeth becoming loose, like in a major way, like, oh baby, I'm so sorry if you're experiencing that. But again, know when to pull back, know when to push further, but also know that this is the body healing itself. And we have a lot of people who have had this loose teeth thing go on, and there are things that you can do to support that, and they come back to being strongly rooted in your mouth as well. So don't freak out. Old suppressed symptoms reappear, as in the case of poison ivy. Dr. Morse talks about this one client of his who was on the protocol and doing the herbs, and she had poison ivy that she has not had in decades reappear in the same spots that they were when she had originally had it. Because when we go to the doctor to be treated for stuff like that, they give us stuff to suppress it, right? And remember, what you suppress today is your nightmare tomorrow. Truly, truly. So what are some of the things to avoid? Let's talk about what some things are that we can do to avoid, things to avoid during our detox. Avoid dehydration, right, Mila? Are you still here? Are you still with me? Stay with me. Stay with me. Avoid dehydration. Keep yourself hydrated with freshly juiced fruit. You know me, I'm all about the fruits, melons, and berries, baby. I don't have vegetable juice in my life anymore. But you can do veggies as well, and or fresh mineral water. Now, mineral water, not tap water and not, mineral water. But again, I don't do unstructured water. I'm just letting you know what Dr. Morse advised on that. I don't do unstructured water. I do only structured water for all of my hydration. I got some pineapple. I'm going to be going in and juicing some pineapple after this. Avoid overexertion. Conserve your energy. Don't be out gallivanting everywhere, right? All the time, overdoing it, overfunctioning because you feel guilty because your life sucks or whatever. I'm just talking about myself there, to be honest with you, right? I had to learn how to not overfunction because I felt guilty that I was the one working from home and wasn't bringing in the same amount of money. I had to get over that. And I had to start saying to myself, I need to learn when to say, no, I'm not doing that. Or, nope, I need help to do that. Or, hey, can you help me do this? Right? I had to learn how to do that for myself. I had to learn how to not overextend myself because I felt guilty. Excuse me. Pesticides can cause shortness of breath and hypo conditions of the endocrine and nervous system. So try to avoid those pesticides as much as you can. Try to go organic as much as you can, if you can. If you can't, just wash your fruits and vegetables really well. Stay away from those dirty dozen. If you look up, oh, excuse me. If you look up the Dirty Dozen on Google, you'll see a list of the 12 fruits and vegetables that you should really avoid because of the high pesticide use on them. But if you cannot avoid vegetables or fruits with pesticides, wash them really well. You can use a mixture of food grade hydrogen peroxide and water. You can use a really good plant-based soap. But yeah. Okay, another thing to avoid during a healing crisis as you are walking through the joy of detoxing and what to expect when you are detoxing, what you want to do is you want to avoid pushing it too far. This is what I was talking about before with balance. You want to know, you want to have a sense of when you can step on the gas and go the toll route, right? The fastest, shortest distance between here and there, no traffic on your detox, right? The most elevated a level of detox. Or sometimes you want to pull back a little bit. You want to get off the toll route, get off the highway, and you want to take the country road and enjoy the scenery a little bit. That's my analogy to that. So slow it down or stop the cleansing process temporarily if you need to by eating some cooked foods such as steamed veggies. Try to make do with the minimal amount, though, if possible. This will lower the body's systemic energy for a time, and it will stop the intense cleansing. As soon as you can, resume the cleansing program. All right, and let's talk about fevers a little bit, okay? So this is what we can expect with fevers above 103 degrees. In adults and children, high fevers can be controlled by cool baths, and we talked about this earlier, right? Children can naturally have high fevers around 104 to 105. You want to keep them cool with cold washcloths and cool baths. With high fevers, we want to carefully monitor the body and control those situations that could cause more severe side effects. Always keep the body hydrated with plenty of fruit juices, but don't overhydrate. Balance is key. Balance is key. Impatience. You need to avoid being impatient on your healing journey. You got to look at this as a long-term kind of thing. That's how I look at this. That's why I'm really going above and beyond to learn as many lifestyle options and how to choose a healthy lifestyle for us and for my family and for you guys, to help you guys on that learning journey, because this is going to take a while. This might take a couple of years to truly heal something out of your body. You gotta not be impatient with the process, guys. It's gonna take as long as it's gonna take. When you start energizing and alkalizing your body, it will start cleaning itself out. Remember, the body is doing this cleansing, not you, not the mind, not your willpower. That's not what's doing this cleansing. Putting the fruit in is important. Yes. Do you need to use your mind to do that? Yes. Do you need a certain amount of willpower to be able to continuously every day get up and get your juice ready and get your juice into you? Yes. But that's not what's healing you. That's not what is going on. Your body is taking over. Your body is taking in the fuel that you're providing it, and your body is doing the work. It's like your car. You're not driving the car. It's not a Fred Flintstone car with their little the feet underneath the car, and how fast he runs is how fast the car goes, right? This is not how that works. You don't get under the hood and double check and make sure that all the components are running in your car, do you? No, you just put the best fuel in your car that you can afford, right? I don't drive a big fancy car. I put premium fuel in my car because I want premium performance from my vehicle. Same thing with my body. Same thing with my body. But I steer the car and I direct the car, and I know when to press on the gas and press on the brakes, but I'm not doing the driving. The motor, the engine, the vehicle is taking care of all of the processes. I'm not getting involved. I'm just steering the vehicle. So remember, your body is doing this cleansing. You can use herbal formulas to increase the cleansing action of congested lymphatic systems, to kill parasites and to enhance the function of your organs and glands. However, your body has its own rhythm of healing and cleaning itself. Be patient. Trust your body. Trust your body. And don't overeat. Animals generally don't eat at all when they're sick. We see this, right? Your body was designed to heal itself and clean itself out as God is at work in all mechanisms. All you have to do is feed your body properly, and it's going to heal itself. It's going to take as long as it's going to take, but it is going to heal. And here are some tips for smart cleansing. Here we go. So when we talk about the joy of detoxification, When we talk about what to expect when you're detoxing the body, we want to be smart about this, all right? It's important that we're smart in helping the body to detoxify itself. There can be a fine line between helping it or hindering it, right? That extreme that Mila was kind of talking about. On the one hand, really thinking that, restricting and constricting and not allowing myself any food from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. My God, girl, don't choose all the waking hours necessarily if you're going to do that kind of dry fast during the day. It's too much. It's too much. No, don't do that. Have some common sense about this whole process of detoxification. Each person is unique. What an asthmatic goes through will be totally different to what a person with cancer goes through. The healing process is truly magnificent. It's part of letting go. We see this, right? The more tightened up we are, the more constricted we are, the more restricted we are, the more restricted we feel emotionally, mentally, spiritually, the more restricted the body feels, the less you're going to heal. You got to let go in all the bodies, not just the physical body. You've got to let go. That's an important part of this whole experience for you. So many of us are so uptight, so controlling, so needing that was me. Oh my God, control freak. Still a little bit, I think, to this day. But I've learned to let go of a lot of things, let go of expectations of what's going to happen, let go of everything. You got to let go of everything. When we experience a physical detox, we will naturally experience a detox in all areas of our lives. I say this all the time, don't I? The physical detox will be accompanied by an emotional, mental, and spiritual detox and regeneration as well. Allow this in and celebrate this process. Embrace life, health, and God. This is our opportunity to embrace health, life, and God. How cool is that? And the last smart cleansing tip is this. If as you cleanse, you experience side effects, such that you feel you need to go to the emergency room, go. Oh my God, go. Dr. Morse has spent many years, and by the way, that is after you've really settled in your body. You've really gone through, like, what are the symptoms? What are the detox symptoms that I can experience that Burn says, that Dr. Morse says I will experience? If you can talk yourself down off of the ledge, but like intuitively, like really listen to your body. If you really need to go to the hospital, if you feel like you're having a heart attack or that you can't breathe or that this is it, I'm coming, Louise, I'm coming. Samford and Son. Remember that show? I'm coming, I'm coming. He'd always be pretending his heart was going, I'm coming, Louise, I'm coming. I'm coming, Louise. If you really think that's your time is coming and, oh my God, I'm coming, Louise. Louise was his dearly departed wife. Then go to the hospital by all means. Dr. Morse has spent many years working in them. They're there to help you when you're in a crisis. It's just too bad that most ER personnel don't understand about the detox process and the healing crisis. So if you're going to the hospital, do not expect them to understand or agree with or tell you, oh, wow, yeah, juicing to reverse your poor health. That's a great idea. Don't expect to hear that. You're going to hear that's crap. That's go eat meat. That's what you're going to hear. And they're going to pump you full of stuff. That's what's going to happen. So go with your eyes wide open, okay? It's not like they're going to magically take care of things because they don't know really what's going on. I'm just saying. But at the same time, if you feel like you need to go to the hospital, go to the freaking hospital. Yeah, they don't understand about the healing process and the healing crisis, but go if you feel like you need to go. During these times, it's helpful to review these class notes so you're aware of what to expect when you're detoxing. I loved preparing this class for you guys. I loved making the notes for you. I hope that was helpful. I know that every time I go through these notes and study them, I get a deeper understanding. I'm like, oh my God, How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? You're so welcome, Louise. You're so welcome, babe. Ronnie says, wow, Burns Bedard, this video is amazing. Not only you look, as some of my male friends say, not older than 45 years old, but you look fantastic in every way. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Gosh, the video is so encouraging to all of us. You are definitely an inspiration. You're so welcome, babe. So many things that were in that video were a dream before they were a reality. When I made that video, me being in Cancun, Mexico for the retreat, all of that footage from the previous Cancun retreat that I used in that video, it was still all a pie in the sky dream. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I had no idea. I created that experience out of a very abundant mindset. Thank you, and you're welcome. Hey, Source Energy Jones. So glad to see you, babe. Hey there, Burns. I'm back. Left once you went to making food. Okay. All right. You couldn't handle the food porn, right? All good. I'm glad you left then. Lasted 21 days on detox. Woo! Ding, 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 ding. Ringing the bell for you, the class bell. It's in the house. I'm ringing the bell for you, Joan. Noticeable improvement was in COPD, went from 93/94 to 97/98 oxygen level. Tumor got bigger. Tumor got bigger because you're healing. That's a detox symptom because you're doing it. Also lost 12 pounds. Amazing. So happy for you, Joan. Mila has gone to get ready for bed, 9:45 p.m. here. I need to go now too. Thank you so much, Louise. Thank you for supporting the communal parenting earlier. You're so welcome. I love doing that. I love you and all you represent here on this feed. I love you so much. Sweet dreams, my sweet Louise. Thanks for the Mila love words, Alana. So Joan says, so nice hearing you again. You're a gift to us. Thank you for being you. You're so welcome. Oh, and by the way, Joan, have you been catching the 8 a.m. morning class? Because if ever I am doing a cooking class and you're wanting to stay focused on your juicing, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch the cooking shows either, the uncooking shows. But my morning class is the Bouncing with Burns, which is in the description below on YouTube here. We do bouncing and we do class time as well without, talking about food. These notes could be a lifesaver. Yes, I know. Somebody's life is being changed today. Hopefully more than just one. I know it was an amazing experience getting those notes ready for you guys. I'm so glad that worked out, and I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much, Emoji King. I'll let Victoria know you have her watermelon bunny on there. That is so amazing. Oh my goodness. So this was a great class. It's 2 hours and 46 minutes later. We started the class notes at the 13:13 mark, 13 minutes and 13 seconds in, which would make that a 2.5 long master class on the detox symptoms, on everything you need to know, all about the joy of detoxing, what to expect when you're detoxing, how to heal the body and bring your body back into balance through detoxing and cellular regeneration. And I am ever so grateful to Dr. Morse for this work, ever so grateful to all of you for being interested in doing this work and for tuning into this class. And I look forward to seeing you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a little check-in. And until then, I love you. Mwah.